Apparently, only around 5% of UK adults have critical illness cover. And yet, if you talk to pretty much any advisor who advises on or recommends protection plans, critical illness is certainly the one they'd consider most important. Now, critical illness insurance is often confused with income protection, which we'll cover another time, but let me explain in a bit more detail what critical illness insurance does. It pays out a lump sum on diagnosis of one of usually a pretty long list of different illnesses and conditions. Most claims are for either heart attacks, cancers or strokes, the three things which most commonly get us all in the end. I usually describe it as life insurance which pays out if you don't die. It's about 3 times the cost of life insurance. The reason being it's 3 times more likely to pay out because they usually save you these days, at least long enough to claim on your policy. Most of those policies say you need to survive for 4 weeks after your diagnosis. It's usually combined with life insurance in a single policy so that either you or your family will actually benefit in the end. And many of the plans which are available today will let you have different sums assured for both types of cover, critical illness diagnosis and life insurance. So what that means is if you're off the scene permanently, you might want a much larger amount to keep your family going without you. But if you have a serious illness, enough to give you options. That might be an option about the type of treatment you get, or whether or not you have to go back to work. Now, if I'm talking to clients with a mortgage, I often suggest they take out enough critical illness cover combined with life insurance to pay off the mortgage. And then a larger standalone life insurance policy which pays out on death only to perhaps provide enough to keep the family show on the road until children are through school or university. There are a wide range of different types of plans available. One company, for instance, offers a low-cost version which literally covers only the big bad 3 of heart attacks, cancers and strokes. Others cover pretty much everything with much more generous definitions of the conditions they pay out for. And you'll pay accordingly, often twice as much for one of these. There are, of course, plenty of mix and match options in the middle, so it's usually easy to find one which suits most budgets. Now, in my pretty long career, I've seen critical illness policies pay out more than most others, almost always to those who were least expecting to have a problem, and sometimes where I've had to use some good old-fashioned sales tactics to persuade them that it was a good idea in the first place and worth the money. Like most insurances, if you think you actually need it, it's quite likely you won't be able to get it. And like life insurance, it will either be a complete waste of money or the best thing you ever did. And you'll hope it really is a big waste of money.